episode of Sleeping Giants Red Star Belgrade, and as always, if you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like on the video. Now, in the last episode, we beat Grasshoppers of Zurich 6-1 away from home, and that is quite a result even by our standards of, away performances, in fact, especially by our standards of away performances. And obviously since then we've had a couple of games in the league in between here and now. So we'll go through what's quickly happened. It's not been quite as emphatic as it has been as of late. We've only had 2 league games and the one in the cup, and I have rotated quite a fair bit, so I guess that kind of has something to do with it. We started off away at Proletar Novi Sad, changed a few things around. Goals from Marcel Bordes and Murad Yildirim giving us a 2-0 victory. Perhaps we could have done a bit better in front of goal in this one, but still a solid performance all round. Adamenko was actually man of the match. I think that's because he actually assisted both goals in this one, so he's clearly trying to crawl back the sort of deficit that Amir Ashraf left, so to speak. Next up, in the cup against Dinamo P, who actually played in a testimonial match last summer for one of their players. I think he's still playing. It's Filip Ilicic is the guy whose testimonial we played in, which was quite cool. But yeah, we absolutely smashed them. 40 shots in this one. Pavic with the penalty before Enrico Casado scored. Then it finally happened. Pierre-Yves Lucas got his first goal for the club, and actually followed it up not too much long after that with a second goal and an assist for Matovic's goal. So fair play to him. He was man of the match. Great performance. That's a bit more like it. We've been looking for this for quite some time. Like, he's a good player, but we just needed a little bit more out of him. And I'm hoping that he can start to sort of, he's not the perfect advance forward. He does have a few sort of holes in his game. Although, really, looking at this, he actually is very, very good as an advanced forward. Nothing... His dribbling is probably his lowest attribute, and that's still a 12. So I gotta say, I think given the right confidence and just, I think he could still be a quality player for us. There's every chance he could do that for us still. Next up, against India, was a very, very strange game. It really, really was. We flew into a lead in this one. Burez and Kone inside the first 5 minutes. Didn't take much longer before Savitric had made it 3-0 after 20, before Burez got himself another one in this one. As you can see, though, Ulia was the man of the match, because we played him up top today, and I think he assisted on 3 of the 4 goals. Now, that was fine. Problem is, FK India then scored with their only 2 shots on target in the game, which was so disappointing to have that happen again, because we've been so strong defensively. Last season, we didn't have a single game where we conceded multiple goals in the league, and Ivan Christo scored 2, and they were both fluky and disappointing because they were just shooting from range. The second one was ridiculous. It was so far out, and not even like dead centre. He was almost like outside the dimensions of the penalty area to the left. Very, very disappointing goal to concede. And yeah, it didn't really do our defensive record any good, actually. 4 goals conceded in our first 7 matches. Still bloody good, but perhaps not quite as good as we'd have liked. 32 goals on the board, plus 28 goal difference, was 6 points clear at the top, this time of Spartak Zlatibor. FK Rad have unfortunately lost both games since the last episode and have slipped right down. Partizan are back up after 4 straight wins, heading right back into where you'd expect them to be. Bachka Palanka are bottom along with Radnik Sadulik. The usual suspects are down there. As for top scorers, as you can see, Maman and Ulia have 7 apiece. He still has the best average rating though, Ulia. As for assists, Ashraf still has the most there, and Ulia is also winning on that front too, which is kind of cool. Radnicki's goalkeepers kept 4 clean sheets this season as well, so that is impressive. What's their defensive record like? They have conceded 10 goals though. That is amazing, because they managed to have conceded 10 goals in the other 3 games they've played, so that's impressive. Let's take a quick look at the squad. So top scorer at the moment in all comps, we've got Maman, Ulia on 8 apiece still. They've just dried up a little bit over the last couple of games, but are still playing fantastically well. Toshka has 5 and 5, and Sadibi's up there with 5 as well. As for assists, Ashraf in there too with 7, followed by Kofi and Adamenko with 6, so Adamenko isn't exactly far behind. Player of the match, Ulia is the top with 3, which is great to see. Who's got the best pass completion, perhaps? Kashpa's 91% from 5 games is unbelievable, and 89 for Jesus Christ, we've got some good pass completion. Yellow cards, Kone with 3, which is the most. Of course, red cards, just the 1 for Martin Scala. Average rating, Ales Ulia has played 7 matches and has still got over a 9. Key aerial challenges is 13. Key passes is 45 for Kofi. That's a bit more like it. Key tackles is 5 for Laurentiu Marian. Interceptions is 76. And, of course, value is just about Toshka, but Tufetis is up there. Have we got an update? Still 4 to 7 weeks before he's going to be fit again, which is a shame. But we're doing okay without him, it has to be said. I feel like we're still plugging away and doing a good job. So, let's bring it into today's game. It's Viktoria Plzen. They lost... Oh my god. That's a formation. I don't think that they're going to line up like that against us at home. Also, their goalkeeper's called Bumbearer. Just saying. Bumbearer. Have that. Right, sorry, that was childish, but sometimes you just can't avoid these things. Right, let's do a quick pick, get everyone fully fit back in. Toshka Sidibe, Ulia Maman, Kofi, Kaspers, Ashraf, Bazanvira, Mariana, and Adamenko. Is Kone not fully 92? Savicevic 94. Yeah, fuck it, let's try. I mean, Ulia's had a quality season so far, so why on earth would we, let's give him a try. Toshka up top, you just never know what he's capable of. I feel that today is a must-win game for us, because we had that great win away in our last game against Grasshoppers, but we need to make sure that we can beat Viktoria Plzen too. It gives us the best possible chance. Plus, if PSG can win against Grasshoppers, it means that there's, after 2 games, we and PSG are 6 points clear of everyone else already, and giving ourselves the perfect start. It means that qualification should be relatively simple. It's just going to be a battle between us and PSG, and I think that battle will be decided over the next 2 games that we play, basically, against them. So let's just make sure that we do the business here, though, against Viktoria Plzen. It doesn't have to be a big win, just has to be a win. I'll take a 1-0 if it comes to it, but the fact that we've won 6-1 away in our last game makes me think that possibly we could do better than that. That is a shocker. Hopefully Ashraf's done so well to intercept there. He reads the game incredibly well. Now, I'm expecting an Ashraf cross, Maman goal, perhaps. Not quite on this particular occasion. Anike. Ball up, and Bazanvira this time intercepts it to Kofi. Can he pick a good ball out? Sidibe, Toshka. Back to Sidibe. Lovely work. Toshka's back in. Unbelievable stuff. 3 minutes on the clock, and Toshka's got his 4th goal in the Champions League already. He got 7 in it last season. He got 6 in the group stages by getting hat-tricks against Bruges home and away, and then he got 1 against Real Madrid. It's amazing. He's already on to 4 this season. That's incredible stuff from Florentin Toshka. He just loves the Champions League. He's only got 6 goals for us in all competitions this season, 4 of which have come in Europe. He's essentially become like our European striker. But we've got the lead against Plzen, and that is just perfect, and we've started this game incredibly well. I'm thinking this should be, hopefully, if things carry on, another simple victory. Ulia with the strike, and Hrubs will deflect that out of play. So yeah, opening 12 minutes, we've already mustered 6 shots on target. That's better. Get that to Maman. Maybe he can thump one in the top corner. Perhaps not quite got the right angle for it. Can he slip it back? Oh, he's going into the box here, amazingly. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. It's 2-0. Nico Kaspers with the goal. First goal of the season for him. He's been a little bit jaded after he came back from international duty, but look at that. What a start. We've actually made some... We're looking a lot more dominating against the weaker teams in the Champions League now, which is something that we haven't been able to say really before. We've always sort of had struggled games against poorer teams at times. The big test... It's going to be a huge test, obviously, when we go and play against Plzen away from home, but... 6 points on the board after our first 2 Champions League games, hopefully with comfortable wins, would be really, really good. Ulia cutting inside again. Can he play it through the channel? Goes for goal off the crossbar. Oh, he loves cutting inside. So we've started this game like a house on fire, and we've got a 2-0 lead to show for it, which is, if anything, more crucial than the way we were playing. Like, we played very, very well against CSKA last time, but we didn't get the goals on the board to actually show for it, and that's one mistake we've not been making so far. When we're on top at the moment in these games, we are scoring the goals to enforce that fact. And Sidibe's ball through. Maman nearly got himself in there. Perhaps a couple more goals for Florentin Toshka in this one. That would be interesting. Perhaps another hat-trick. Sidibe. He's just straying offside. Kaspers. He's got Adamenko. Maman's made a poor run. Toshka's through again. It's 3-0. Toshka now has 5 goals in 2 Champions League matches. And, well, we're certainly doing our goal differences no harms. I didn't think we've got any trouble of qualifying as second place, but just in case, our head-to-head record against Plzen should be quite tasty. Surely Toshka can't get himself yet another hat-trick in Europe. He does love playing in Europe. That's crazy. 5 of his 7 goals for us this season have come in the Champions League in the last 2 matches, amazingly. It's just not really been much around in the league, although I have been obviously rotating quite a fair bit. Adamenko back to Maman. I think he's pulled this back to Kaspers. Kaspers to Kofi. Perhaps Toshka. Oh, what a save. That was nearly the hat-trick there after half an hour. That would have been mental if he'd already got 6 Champions League goals at this stage. He'd certainly be in with a chance of maybe top scorer. Sidibe over the bar. We've got this game absolutely sewn up. No problems. We're looking good. If anything, possibly more goals are available. If we fancy them, really. That is a perfect first half. 3 good chances, 3 good goals. And Florentin Toshka, once again, in Europe he's stood up and been counted, basically. Sometimes you need that man that can just take you by the scruff of the neck, and he's done that. And second half should be much of the same for us, really, and that's fine by me. I feel like this game is won, and if we could get a few more goals, that would be nice, just to sort of boost the old goal difference and the confidence more than anything. You know, another 4 or 5 goals would be fantastic. Not another 4 or 5 goals in addition to Toshka. Oh my god, that was so incredibly close to being the 3rd goal of the game for him. I feel like he's got a hat-trick in him today. I might leave him for the full 90 here just to see if he can do it again. Maman, can he pick a ball out? You know he can. Ball in. Sadibi with the header this time, and it's cleared away again. That's another good chance that's gone begging. If this was 0-0, I'd be horribly frustrated right now with us missing those chances. But at this stage, it's a case of, well, you know, let's try headers and volleys next. Kofi, ball in. Bazanvira brings it down. Maman with the strike. Toshka, and it's once again cleared off the line. They're doing everything to prevent him from getting a hat-trick, and I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that for much longer. I feel like he's got a hat-trick in him. Sadibi. He's going to shoot in the end, and he has done, and it's blocked by the goalkeeper, who's had a fairly solid game, despite conceding 3 goals at this stage. He's not played badly. Out to Maman now. We're getting a lot of highlights all of a sudden. Back to Kofi to swing in, no doubt. Oh, he's actually lost it. No, he's got it back again. That's actually a really poor pass from him that might have been deflected off the defender. There's a chance of a break on here for Plzen, which they've completely scuppered. Just no chance there. Ashraf, and another highlight almost immediately. Second half set pieces seem to be a thing for us. Toshka isn't going to be able to be the goal scorer this time, but he could have provided one for Ulia there, and we're just peppering the net now. You know, this is a sort of potential 35 shot game kind of thing. We're just completely peppering their goal. A 4th goal would be nice just to cap things off, particularly if it does go to Toshka. Maman inside now, and it's a penalty. Oh, what? Oh, brilliant. Maman's going to get booked for diving. I still couldn't believe that on one of my other saves I had 2 players sent off for diving in the same match. It's incredible. I've never experienced anything like that before. Damn. It's just... what do we do from here? I mean, there's not much really we can do apart from just sort of sit and wait for the game to finish. Oh, that's poor. That's better. I was going to say, don't let them score. That's just poor form. Oh. And Maman should win that. There we go. All right. Maman didn't win that. It was a little bit neglectful of him, actually, to allow that to go all the way through. But, hey, it worked out in the end. Sadibi should be able to knock that down for Toshka. And there's a man out wide if he fancies it. Oh, he's got Sadibi. He's got Maman through. Maman with a good strike again. And Rubez, credit to him. He is fighting the good fight up front. We're going to bring on Lucas just to see if I can get a bit of a run out here. And Yildirim is going to come on for Kofi just because he's not looking in too good a shape. Have we got any... and actually, I'm going to make a triple sub here because... Maman's on a booking and his fitness level's a little bit low. Triple sub, I know, but we're 3-0 up, so I feel we can probably make a triple sub just to save some fitness in this game. Now, where is the corner? It looks to be on the other side, which is weird. In fact, oh, of course, I substituted the... No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. I just substituted the corner taker, which means we're going to an agonisingly long animation of Savicevic walking across there. Lucas to the edge of the area. He's going to be that man, is he? Toshka sticking inside it. Can he shoot? He can. Blocked again. Bazanvira. Toshka again, and it's blocked. Oh, come on, guys. Let Florentin have a goal. He's worked really hard today. He's torn you to pieces at times. Lucas now. And it's clattered long downfield. But the thing is, we've got pacey defenders too, which means that they've just got no hope. I really do want another hat-trick today for Florentin Toshka. I feel he deserves it. Savicevic is going to shoot from that angle, isn't he? Goes back for Yildirim. Through he goes, and it is 4-0 now. Murad Yildirim with the goal. His 3rd of the season. He's kind of gone under the radar, and he's still managed to get himself a few goals in the process. We've looked really, really good in Europe so far this season, and that's unusual. We've not looked at the least bit stuttery. We've actually carried on that kind of form that we've been showing in the league into Europe. Although it might just be because of the way the games have fallen, but I don't know. I feel like if we can carry some of this form into those 2 matches against PSG, and if we can avoid defeat over the 2 legs, I feel there's a chance for us, because it would go down to goal difference then, wouldn't it? Ulia, nice effort. You know, if we can avoid losing against PSG, then I feel that, in fact, if we go away from home and don't lose, then that... Oh, Kaspers is injured, that's poor. Oh well. We'll have to play the last few minutes of this game with 10 men, but I don't think that'll make much difference to the scoreline. It should still be a comfortable 4-0 victory. So that's 10 goals in 2 Champions League matches, just 1 conceded. Suddenly we look like a bit more of a force. Still a shame that Toska didn't manage to get himself the hat-trick there, considering the number of shots we had, but I'm not bothered. A 4-0 win over Plzen, and we are flying high at the top of the group. 6 points clear of everyone else. If anything, if it carries on at this rate, we could bloody wrap up that... wrap up 3rd spot, at least, in the next game. So there we go. Let's just have a little trot back and see. I don't know whether we're playing them home or away first. 2-0 win in the end. So, you know, not overwhelming from them. It's not been something like out of nowhere. Toshka, as you can see, is already up there with his 5 goals. But Roma in this group stage? They must be somewhere. Yes, they are the top of their group. Thomas Reynoso, oh, it doesn't sound like a real person, no, is up there. Jordan McGinn for Celtic, who are of course there, and I don't think Zagreb managed to make it through this time round. So yeah, he's still gonna have a few more to overcome. But bear in mind, for the actual Golden Boot thing, it only counts from the group stage onwards. It would seem, because I remember when Jovic won it and didn't win it, if that makes sense. So let's take a little look. Is it home or away next? It is the home match against them first, so we could potentially have 9 points on the board after our first 3 Champions League matches, so that is something to think about. So, if you guys have liked what you've seen, please do drop a like on this video, and if you've liked it even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Red Star and Outcaster icons in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the crucial home match against PSG in the Champions League. We have to win that, so let's see if we can pull it off. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.